Hello and welcome to a chip off the old block toys. I apologize for that. For some reason, the software's getting its wires crossed, and it was taking me back to the live stream of Boba Fett's throne room, which I did months ago, and it just would not connect to this stream. So I had to delete and redo it, and it was giving me a bunch of crud. Didn't want to do it. So anyway. Now that is out of the way, let's get started on this. So what are we doing tonight? Hey, Greg, how's it going? We're doing part 9 of the Eiffel Tower, and that's starting on bag 48. And as you can see here, this is the first observation deck right here. And we've got 2 of the legs done. We are working on 2 of the legs. I'm going to go ahead and push this aside. This set, if you didn't know, has 10,001 pieces, and this is the tallest Lego set to date. How was your day, Greg? Did you work today? I worked today, and today was actually a little bit easier of a day than normal. So, hey, John. Yeah, 2 more sections is correct. I'm actually very antsy about it. I hope to get it done. I did put together the 2 smaller, what do you call that, Eiffel Towers today. The 2 architecture ones. I got them both in the mail last night. And so as soon as work was over today, that's what I did. I broke those out. One has 300 pieces. The other one has 600. Well, 321 pieces. The other one has 649. And yeah, it was actually really easy. So, all right. Hey, John. And Greg says he called off today. All right. There's days I feel like calling off. Yesterday I didn't call off, but I kind of did. I had every intention of, I had my doctor's appointment for the neurosurgeon, like I was telling you guys about. And I was hoping to be able to just go there and come back and work a split shift. However, that did not happen. Within 10 minutes of me leaving, my dad called me and let me know that he had some problems, and he had gone to the hospital, and they didn't fool around. They admitted him because of the problems that he was having. And he said he liked some company. And since I was already going to be that way, I went to my doctor's appointment, and then where he was at was just another 20 minutes further. So I ended up spending a couple hours with him in the hospital until they wheeled him out for his procedures. So I ended up spending the most of my day away from this place, and that's why I didn't do a live stream last night, because I didn't get back until late. But that also means that I was able to see the neurosurgeon, and they agreed with me that surgery is what is necessary. But, you know, you got to do the physical therapy and that kind of stuff before insurance companies will approve payment of a surgery. So we went ahead, and he said he's going to do the paperwork to get the referral in. I was hoping that would come in today, but I checked, and nope. The referral for the physical therapy is not in yet. So that is how that is going. And hello, Mrs. Chip. Yeah, those other live streams just didn't want to work. So I had to give up on them. And I don't know what's up. And maybe, you know, sometimes if you just reboot your computer, it fixes a lot of problems. I didn't want to, because I didn't think it was going to take this much effort to do it. But it probably would have been shorter if I just would have done that. So, but tomorrow is a kind of a big day. Tomorrow I've got my lug meeting looking forward to that. I like going to my lug meetings. Okay. All right, wait. So if I have it like that, it's asking me to do it like this. Okay, well, that's just working on the legs here. All right. And I also stopped by my sister's house on the way back. And they were decorating their Christmas tree with their grandkids. And, well, I know the grandkids pretty well. So, anyway, just hung out with them for a little bit. Helped decorate the tree. Helped keep some of the younger grandkids away from the tree. Basically, yeah. It's a good time, though. And John says he's testing his limits. Well, I'm glad you're testing your limits and not mine. No, I'm just kidding. Just a joke. And I sincerely hope that I will have a shop update for you guys very shortly. But I honestly don't know because I don't want to give an update until a few more things are resolved. Or for sure, I should say. So hopefully next week I can give you an update. And hopefully I'll be able to do things. What it's looking like, I can give you a small update. Because regardless of how one thing goes, this thing's going to go one direction only. And that is, it looks like I'll be doing the work for sealing the walls on the shop by myself. Or with my friend Jim might come by and help me. But I'm not going to hire that out after all. And Greg says he's going to see Avatar on Sunday. And John's reply is, enjoy. I want water my time with Indy 5. Okay. All right. I think you might have typoed there. One Direction, why did I hear that awful music? Because it is awful music. Just saying, man. I agree with you. My kids used to listen to that. Yeah, so tomorrow's my lug meeting. I was going to go down to the Lego store. However, I checked online. They don't have the one set that I want to buy. So I don't think I'm going to go all the way down there. I'm looking for another Eiffel Tower set. It's the postcard where it has the back, so it's only half of it. But still, I wanted to include it. And it says right now that it's sold out, but I'm going to call after the live stream because if it's not sold out, they usually will hold it for you for 24 hours. And John says, I still have to see Devotion, which will be better than Avatar. All right. Well, I did like the original Avatar movie. I actually haven't seen too much in the way of advertisements for trailers or anything for the new Avatar. So kind of really have no idea what's going on there. The last movie I saw was Top Gun Maverick. And, ooh, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. All right. The movie has to clear $1 billion to make any money. Oh, really? That's a lot of money they put into that, because that's an unusual budget. Even Star Wars didn't have that budget. My phone's going off over there. I'm going to check it real quick. Well, my phone is acting weird as well. Might be my internet, because I've got Mrs. Chip saying that she texted me 10 minutes ago that the live stream's not working, but it just came through because I just heard it. So, yeah, weird stuff's going on tonight. Transformers Rise of the Beast comes out this summer, and I want to see that. It looks like there's like King Kong in there or something. And you know what? I'm going to admit it about this set. I don't necessarily think bigger's better, and especially with this set. It's not a bad set, but the amount of small pieces they're using to get this detail, I think it's a little bit much. I think it's overkill. Disney bought all 4 movies at once. Okay, well, that sounds like a gamble. I'm not really sure it's going to pay off either. However, I did think it was interesting how they ousted their old their CEO and brought back the old one. Of course, I didn't hear too much other than it happened, so I don't know like the reasons why. Has anybody heard why they got rid of them? Beast Wars meets Transformers is a Transformers fan naughty dream. I'll take your word for it, Greg. A naughty dream, huh? So is the stream not working, or Mrs. Chip? Is she still here? Or was that just an old message? Okay. Let's keep this going. I'm very excited about getting this going. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to start doing more work to the shop here soon. I'm hoping I can, because I'd like to get it insulated, at least partially, so it's not so dang cold out there. But that's going to require a lot of money. Oh, that was an old message. Okay, cool. So the shop has got a few steps. First, I got to seal the walls on the bottom. Then I got to run my electrical work. Then I got to do my insulation. And And then I got to put my plywood up and hang my cabinets. And it does have to happen in that order. And each one of those steps does require a lot of money and a lot of time. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get to it, but yeah, we'll see what we can do there. I'd rather not be working outside when it's this cold. Today the high was only 20, the low was 4. So this is definitely not the weather to be outside working on anything. And not only that, I've got snow about a foot up on the walls. I have to remove all that, and there's 240 feet around the perimeter, so that's a lot of snow to remove. So that's probably not going to happen just yet. I can maybe swing some electric in there, because that's not going to be right on the floor, and it can get wet and still have that go. So maybe that'll be my next step. Will be getting some of that electrical work done. And the electrical work's also going to include some new LED lights in there, because there's not much lighting, which is another thing that keeps me out of there, is that it just gets dark so soon, and I only have a few lights in there. So, that does not look right. And that's because, my friends, it is not right. All right, let's see. Yeah, it is. It's saying it is. Well, then get with the program, buddy. All right. Snow, what is that? Well, John, it's this little white stuff that falls from the sky, but that's not important right now. Okay, that is so dang weird. This is showing me that somehow I did this wrong. So let's go back a step. No, that's correct. Okay. So if that's correct, why is this giving me a hard time? Okay, so that's why, because I did it wrong. Okay, so you can see we've got the two of the sides done. We got 2 more sides to go. So let's truck right along. And let's see, Fast and Furious 10. Now, I like the Fast and Furious series. I love all their death-defying stunts. I think it's pretty cool. Man, take your time. Don't feel pressured. Snow, what is that? Well, I do feel some pressure, John, because I've often felt the channel won't grow that much until I get that space dedicated and I can get working back on my city. I have heard from a few of my subscribers that are saying they miss me doing the city, and I miss doing the city. But, you know, with it being as cold as it has been, I can't be out there working for very long. The summer's different. You know, I can get fans going and stuff, and those aren't too expensive. But the shop being as cold as it is, even with 2 space heaters going, it doesn't get that warm in there. It's still really cold. So kind of puts me in a pickle there. But if I can get it insulated, then voila. So I will always feel the pressure just because that's who I am. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, if you haven't noticed. If I get snow here, it's months after a major hurricane. Okay, so all right, no, so there's you definitely, what you're saying is you've noticed a pattern. Hope you run some internet out there. Yeah, I got a hold of the internet company this week. I went in their office and I kind of complained because they told me it was only going to be 3 weeks to get those nano antennas installed. And then it's been 3 months and I don't have it. So I said something to them and they said, well, we'll see what we can do. And of course I haven't heard from them. So I guess they're not planning on, I don't know. I might have to do a different solution. which might include running a wire out there, but that's going to be hard because I've got a concrete pad out there, and I'm going to have to go around it because there's no way for me to go underneath it, which means the wire is going to have to be a lot longer. But I mean, hey, you know what? That's not a complaint. That's just how it is. It'll be a little more work if I can get it out there. And John's saying I'll have to run fiber out there. Yeah, and I would like to. And if I get snow here, something's wrong. Yeah, I'd agree with you. Something's gone terribly wrong if you got snow, John. Where Mrs. Chiff is at now, she gets they get a decent amount of snow in Ohio. They don't get a whole lot, but they don't get just a little either. I lived in Ohio for, I don't know, like 12, 13 years or something. And I would not do it all over again. No, I'm just kidding. No, Ohio wasn't that bad. Ohio's actually got its own charm. One thing that's kind of unnerving, though, is waking up at 3 a.m, hearing tornado sirens going off. And then when it gets daylight, the neighborhood just 1.5 miles, 2 miles away got hit by a tornado. That's a somber moment, and that actually did happen to us when we lived there. And in fact, Jenny, or Mrs. Chip, her family lived in the northeastern part of Cincinnati when she was in high school. Well, they moved away from that neighborhood after she graduated, and just a short time after they moved out of that neighborhood, a tornado came through their old neighborhood and tore up the place, and people they knew actually had their house damaged. So that was a little unnerving. Yeah, run wires underground. I agree, Greg. So that's a summertime job because the ground is frozen right now. I'm beginning to understand this place a lot more, and that is do everything while it's hot. Because it's a lot easier to get it done when it's hot when it's cold. And I probably gonna have to buy some propane here soon and have the tank filled outside because, well, that's funny because I just had an extra one of those. Where did it go? Well, you know what? Here we go. It's right here. Probably not, but I'm gonna take it. I don't know what I did with it. Yeah, I know it's definitely frozen out there. I mean, okay, this is kind of a gross thought, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So having a septic tank out there, I know exactly where it's at because the snow doesn't stay there for very long. Like the whole yard can have a foot of snow, and you got this like box in the ground that's melted, and that's because the septic tank is right underneath it. So anyway, I'm sure you don't want to know about that crap, but that is what happens. Just being honest. Okay. Oh yeah, that does get exposed. Cool. I thought I did something wrong here, but I didn't. Methane, literally crap. Yeah, it is literal crap. So I need to have a talk with my septic tank and tell it to quit taking people's crap. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I hope it keeps taking crap for a long time because that's the last thing I need is that thing to fail. That would be a mess. So, sorry. Let's see. Oh, shut up. Verizon Wireless is just annoying me. They called me the other day. Oh, you want home internet from us? We have blazing fast speeds for only $10 a month. And I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't service my area. Oh, I'm sure we do. What is your address? And I gave it to him. He's like, yeah, we don't go out that far. I was like, yeah, exactly. Leave me alone. And even though I told them that a couple days ago, they keep texting me just about every other day. Gee, would you like that internet? You don't have it in my area, so quit bugging me. But yeah. Hey, Jacob, how's it going? He says, I just picked up today 2 new Lego sets that I needed. The one, though. Isn't that always how it works, though? Lego gets you. They get you because they've got such cool sets most of the time. But yeah, definitely understand that struggle. That struggle is real. Hello, Jacob. Welcome. Yes, welcome. And I'm going to nuke the part of. You're going to nuke that part of the property. All right. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but you're talking about the septic tank. If that's the case, then that's going to be a load of. All right. Anyway, I won't finish that thought. So yeah, I'm going to talk to my granddaughter here this weekend. I've arranged that, and I've been looking forward to talking to her because she was gone for a month, and when they did call me, I was in the middle of the show. It was too loud in there to really hear them, so I only got to talk for just a few minutes, and then I had to go because I just couldn't hear them. So that's the only contact I've had with her for almost 2 months now. So I really look forward to talking to her on Sunday. Yeah, Jacob, you're right. It's going to take a long time to build this. Yes. I mean, we're already on number 9 live streams. That's 9 hours, or actually a couple of them were over an hour. So yeah, it's taking its poor sweet time. And not at those prices, John says, and I agree. I think Lego can definitely calm down on their prices. In fact, some of them they have. Some of their prices, even though they jacked them up, they put them back down because some things just weren't selling. Oh boy, I just messed that one up. Let me fix that. With my methane. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. And I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but I want to get some steers or calves, I should say. And I'm looking forward to it. I found a lady and husband that sell them, and they said they'll have some in the springtime. So I'm really hoping to do that. I only want a few. I only want like maybe 2 or 3. How many sets do I own? Jacob, I don't really know. I had a database that tracked it at one time, and I stopped keeping that database at about 2011. And when I stopped at that time, I owned 1,300 sets. I've certainly bought a lot more since then, so I would not be surprised if I'm over 2,000 sets. I need to do a video for you guys. I used to do the monthly videos of the house tour. I need to do a shop tour because I've built, not all of them, I probably built about a third of my Lego sets, and I got them on shelves out there. And on the first of the month, that's what I should do, is just do a quick video of that. John says, you must tell us about what kind of cows they are because they're different types. So this lady and her husband mainly raise Angus. And so that's most likely what I'm going to go for. Likes Orson Welles' crop dusting scene. You know something? I've never seen that, to be honest. I know, Greg, you got these. You've seen a lot of movies, and I haven't seen near as many. So, all right. So this goes here. Okay, get rid of that fuzz around there. Yeah, man, this is this is a kind of a pain to build, but I do like the detail. It's just 10,001 pieces. That's definitely a lot. But yeah, I think I'll do some electrical work out in the shop, because that I can get the shop to about 45 degrees with the 2 heaters. I know that's not like really all that warm, but it sure beats 20 degrees. So and plus, if I get the lights out there, when it starts getting warmer, like in the spring, I can be out there longer. I'll be there at bedtime. It's 6, 7. So I take it not Holstein's or milk cows. Correct. They do, that couple that I was telling you about, they do raise those. But they mostly do Angus, and Angus is what I'm interested in. And I'm not really interested in milk cows at all. Definitely want just the meat. And the guy next door to me, he raises cows. I think he's got about 30 head, if I remember right. But don't quote me on that. I have to go over and ask him to confirm that. But that's about what I see out there, and that's what I thought he said. And that's another thing I look forward to in springtime, because right now it's so cold that none of my neighbors are really outside ever. And so, there's not as much interaction, and I like the interaction, and I got some good neighbors to interact with. So, I hope it does indeed. When it gets warmer, that we can reacquaint ourselves. And oh, what the heck did I just drop? Oh boy, it fell into the. All right, well, whatever. I'll find it. And let's see. Mrs. Chip says, "Oh, I'm missing comments. You guys are doing great on the comments." John says, my ex-father-in-law had cows and pigs. Pigs are the only thing we're not allowed to have here. And that's just because that's just the neighborhood rule. It's not a city law. It was written in the CC&Rs for the place that we're just not allowed to have them. Don't really know why. And then John says he misses his former life, and he misses his father-in-law, and he says he's going to try out his new purple sheets tonight. Mrs. Chip, 10,001 pieces in that one leg you're working on. You might be onto something there. There is a lot of pieces, but I don't know how many there are. And that's a big set. Yeah, it's also pretty awesome. I mean, like I said, it's kind of it's a two-edged sword, because on one side, I really like the detail, but on the other, the amount of time this has taken, because there's so many pieces and they're so small, it's kind of a pain. But you know what? I have a magnet on my fridge that I do believe in, and that is difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. And that's something that I will say definitely about this, is that, yes, it's difficult, but I think in the end, it's going to be a beautiful destination. So, the extra piece is the extra one piece is a brick separator. Yeah, probably 10,000 in this, and then one brick separator. I think you're right. I don't think the shuttle was that big. No, it was not. I don't remember how many pieces the shuttle had, but Definitely not. This definitely dwarfs. I think there's only one other set that has more pieces, and that was the world map. The world map had 12,000 something. I remember that. Just off the top of my head, I remember that. So you are correct to think that way, John. All right. And I think I've said this before, guys. One of the things that I really like about living in this small town is that when you go places, first of all, most of the time you'll recognize somebody you know. Second of all, when somebody stops and asks you, how are you doing? It's just not an expression like in the city, because in the city, they won't even stop to hear your answer. Hey, how you doing? They keep walking. It's like, oh, okay. Out here, if somebody says, hey, how are you doing? And if you were to say, hey, I'm not doing very well, this is going on, they'll actually stop and listen. And if they can help you, they will. I'll give you an example. My sister, she's a postal carrier. And she does some rural areas not too far from here. And a couple days ago, she got stuck in the mud with her little minivan that she delivers in. And she went to the co-op, and she said that she was stuck in the mud. And before she knew it, some guy was out there with his truck and a chain and literally pulled my sister right out of the mud. No cost, no nothing. Just flat out helped her out and without any hesitation. So that's the cool thing about a small town. And when the power went out, you know, the phone tree got started where I called my neighbor and see how they were doing. And they said they're doing fine. Talked to make sure each of us had what we needed, and went and called the next neighbor. So that's real nice how that works out. And John says, my ex-father-in-law hosted a Japanese beef cow. Oh, okay. I didn't know there were Japanese beef cows. Interesting. I'll have to look that up. Are they much different than just a regular cow you'd see in America? I mean, is there beef known to be tougher, softer, sweeter? I mean, like, is there, like, what are the difference? What is the difference? And Greg says, I want Angus steak. Greg, I second that. I second that wholeheartedly. All right. Rue currently has one of her squeaker toys. Yeah, she's a cute dog, John. I'm glad you got her. Companionship from a dog can be a great thing. And the pigs, they destroy the land. Yes, they do. In fact, pigs have been known to bring up the nitrate levels in the groundwater. So yeah, that's one of the reasons they don't want them here. And it reminds me of an old erector set. Yeah, it kind of does, huh? John, I'd say that is what it is like because I took the time when Rue was a puppy to introduce them to her. Okay. All right. Yes, 10,000 a head. Holy crud, that is a lot of money. You know, I've actually, back in the day, I used to work for Stouffer's at their lasagna plant. And I used to take some country back roads to get there. And there was one time there was a semi parked on old country road with its lights off. And as soon as it saw me, it turned on its lights and left. And it caused me to run off the road. And I couldn't figure out what he was doing. So I talked to my truck driver buddy a couple weeks later and told him what happened. And he was telling me that there are truckers that will steal cattle. And I'm not saying all do, but some do. And that's what he felt he was doing because he was hanging out there with no lights on. So no like butter, Wago beef. Did I say that right? Are you going to get a few Texas Longhorns? If they have them out here, why not? I think Angus is the most popular out here, but I ain't stuck on the idea of Angus only. And did I do one wrong? No, I did not. Something did fall on the floor earlier. I just didn't catch what it was. So I think that was one of my pieces. Okay, well, we are done with that bag as well, which means as soon as we snap this all together, we will be on bag 51. Wow, quite the progress. So let's go back a page to make sure I get this all right. Okay, so we'll do this one, and then we'll be able to snap these other two legs to the pedestal here. There will not be a live stream tomorrow because I'm going to my lug meeting. That's just it. I'll be going there, and I did make a video of one of the Eiffel towers, the smaller ones. I did time lapse, so that will be the video for tomorrow. Snap that together. I just keep hearing that expression, "Oh, snap." Well, it's just kind of dumb because, well, if you're doing Legos, you should hear a bunch of snaps. All right, now we got to shove these pins in. That is one thing I like about the set. They are using proper support. At least I feel it's pretty solid. Of course, I would have cried just now if it would have broke. Okay, so let's keep this moving. Keep it moving and grooving. All right. Okay, so they want me to build 4 of these little guys. So let's just do it. He was nicest cow. He was meant for breeding. Rue keeps tossing her ball under the entertainment center. Oh, boy. Yeah, Enzo, he's kind of upsetting me right now. He's going through a phase where he won't listen to you. And when he goes to that phase, I don't care what you do. He will not listen. He'll look at you. He'll acknowledge he heard it, but he ain't going to do it. And that's very frustrating. And seeing as he was a rescue, and I feel bad for him. I don't hit him very often. Like the only time I ever really hit him was when he got into the neighbor's sheep pen, and then that really bothered me because he could have got killed. So disciplining him is really difficult because of his past. So, but believe me, there's times I want to discipline him more than I do. All right. I'm sure that Mayo has got his live stream tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern. I usually join him, but I got to admit, I'm kind of tired tonight, so I'm not really seeing that being a real possibility tonight. I think I'd rather have my sleep. especially because tomorrow, going down to where I'm going and back, it's going to be about 200 miles round trip. So I think I'd really like to get my sleep. I mean, I know there's Monsters, I know there's Red Bulls, but I'd rather not if I can. Just nothing can replace good sleep. And she watches it go under. Nana Boo Boo, I want to listen to you. Well, you can listen to me tomorrow on my video on the Eiffel Tower, and then I think Sunday we'll be back to a regular live stream. Like I said, I'm trying to finish this, and there are 74 bags, and we are certainly making headway on this. All right, so let's see. Yeah, that's the way that goes. And then, what are you talking about? Oh, Enzo. Yeah, I don't want to listen. Okay, I got you. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe the other person just didn't have as much patience with him, and that's why they resorted to hitting him when he didn't listen. I'm not saying that excuses it. Please understand. I don't think that it's right at all. Max, I'm doing a live stream. Go away. I've done pet that cat like 20 times a day. I've held him a couple times too, and he's over here begging for attention in the middle of my live stream. How rude. All right, wait. Another bag in the bag. I don't hit verbals enough. Yeah. I believe in most cases that it is enough. I did hit the grocery store yesterday because when you live in a small town like this, we have a grocery store, but the grocery store is rather limited on what you can get. They have everything that a big store will have. They just have the smaller sizes, which means it's a little more expensive per whatever that you're buying. So yesterday when I was out and about and I was in the city, I stopped and bought myself a good amount of grocery. So I'm set for a while. Of course, there's always tomorrow in Costco, right? The cats are, pardon me. The cats are doing pretty good, actually. What's his name? Buddy. He's doing all right. I think he's acclimating to being more and more of an indoor cat. Okay, let's do this part. Yep, let's do this part. Again, I like the detail. You know, this looks better than that, being blank. So I'm really glad they did do the detail there. Okay, so they want me to put this on top of the other one, but I really don't want to right now because that means me getting up in the middle of the stream, so I won't. I'm just going to slide these pieces over, and we can just keep going right here. So let's do keep going. So is this a ×4 or something? I'll bet you it is. At least ×2. No, it's not actually. Well, I do see a ×2. Okay. All right. Let's. No time like the present. Now let's see. John says, all I got to do is get out of the chair, and Rue comes running from the kitchen thinking she did something wrong. Well, I hope you don't tease her too bad about that. And this is the nice part, because now with getting to this point, we're really getting down to the wire. Because this is the last of the. Well, no, I think this thing comes in 4 pieces if I remember right. 'Cause the other one's 3. Okay, so no, I misspoke. I thought I was wrong once, and then I just found out I was mistaken. All right, guys. Well, I took out one more bag after this one, so that's where we're going to stop. Is when I'm done with this bag and the other bag. I will say this is kind of an unusual set in that, too, because there's so many small pieces. There's a lot of bags. And normally they fill bags a little bit more than this, but I guess if they were to do more because of such small pieces, it probably would make the set even harder to build. So I know why they did what they did. Just a quick little observation. So that looks like the SLS launch tower. Yeah. Well. And then John says, nope, I don't say a word, no strong tones. Everything should go quickly at this point forward. I hope so. I really do. There we go. Pages stuck together there. It would be nice if this started cruising along more. Sorry, I didn't mean you guys there. Well, I'd say this bag is going a lot quicker than the other bags. I think I've already said this. Even though this has a lot of pieces, I don't see this being a good set to part out and put in a store. There's just too many pieces that are probably not going to sell very fast. And so you're going to be stuck with a lot of this dark gray and just nowhere really to sell it, really. So I got to do 8 of these. And this is number 3 right here. Enzo, you need to wake up, dude. He's over there snoring in his sleep. Yep, that got his attention. He's right there. You gonna say hi? Hi. You trying to tell everyone what a butt kisser you can be? He's a good butt kisser. You know, when they say a girl's a sweet spirit, what they're saying is she's nice, but she ain't good looking. Well, Enzo's a sweet spirit, but he is also cute. So it ain't quite the same. Oh, snap. No. I did it right. You need to settle down now. I mean, I know I woke you up, but dang, bud. Ain't nobody trying to have all that go on. Oh boy, I pet him and I got all his hair on it. Eight more of these, okay. I do like how strong this base is. And I just realized that I opened the next bag, but it's telling me that I need another bag to go with it at the same time. So I guess I'm opening another bag. So I'm definitely going to get that far tonight. And I do got dumb jokes. I don't know why you perked your head up when I said dumb jokes down there, but will this be the last baggie? No, I've got one more open over here. Holy shoot. This is a job and a half right here. Don't lick me. I mean, I love that dog and all, but let me put it differently. He ain't firing on all cylinders today. Okay. All right, so I'd say there's probably about 200 pieces laying out on the table, and this will be the last of it. What's my favorite Cajun dish? Well, I know it's not an official Cajun dish, but Applebee's. No, it's Chili's. Or was it Applebee's? Oh, heck, I don't know. One of the two used to have a Cajun chicken pasta. And I love that spice. And I've got that Cajun spice in my kitchen called Slap Ya Mama. It's got an unusual name, but it is kind of funny. All right, so, okay, I see. So now I got 36 of this to do. So forgive me for taking so long on this, but when I'm done with this, there's not going to be that many pieces left on the table. Rue has the death roll like an Australian crocodile. Well, that would be interesting. So yeah. So, well, let me see. I got something over here. That's so dumb I'm not reading it. Do you know what snowman eat for breakfast? Well, that answer is Frosted Flakes. And you know what every parent's favorite Christmas carol is? Silent Night. So yeah, this will be the last of it right here. Why don't crabs eat like Christmas? It's because they're selfish. Mrs. Chip is tired. Well, Mrs. Chip was born tired. Oh boy. Sometimes I amaze even myself. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's a line from Star Wars. But there was a whole lot that could have been said there. But I'm just going to say, mum's the word, because I'm on YouTube and I don't want to get kicked off here. So that joke that's in my head will just have to dissipate and go away. How do you know when Santa's around? You can always sense his presence. That's pretty dumb. Of course, I did see a meme years ago where it was, did you get away from me? You're making way too much noise. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Thank you. That dog's something else. You know what reindeer say before they tell you a joke? They say, this one's going to slay you. That's actually pretty good. All right. Boy. Greg, you said get ready for repetition, didn't you? Before I started this? Yeah, you are exactly right. Well, you always flip this over. There's more jokes on the other side. The only problem is my printer, for some reason, printed like microscopic. All right. And what do you call a frog that hangs from the ceiling? It's a mistletoe. Do you know what hip hop artists do on Christmas? They unwrap. I am on bag 53 and 54 out of 74. So this one kind of is a lot. But what can I say? What do you get when you mix a Christmas tree and an iPad? And it says a pineapple. I don't think I understand that. And if I don't understand it, it can't be that funny. Ha ha, what's Santa's favorite candy? A Jolly Rancher. And why does Santa always go through the chimney? Because it suits him. Yeah, so just to recap, if you're kind of coming in, I skipped last night because I was at the hospital with my dad. He's having some health problems, and he was admitted in the hospital, and well, I went to go down and see him. And that was a 200-mile round trip, 100 there, 100 back. Well worth it, though. You know, when it is your parents, you do what you can for them. So, and that's one thing I've never lost sight of, is that the fact that my parents sacrificed so much to make sure that I made it in life. It's perfectly okay for me to sacrifice a little bit now in my older years to show my appreciation for that. I can't wait for the day for my kids to realize that back. Maybe 2 more live streams to get it done with this. I hope so. I hope that's all that's left too. I've kind of toyed with the idea of just finishing it off camera, but I don't think I'll do that. Okay. Oh, so I need to put, okay, so going the other way, right? One thing I do wish we had a Chick-fil-A or something like that closer, because all we've got in town is a Burger King and a Subway, and I'm not really too much of a fan of either one. Subway's okay once in a while. And And Burger King's okay once in a while. But Chick-fil-A, I eat that 7 times a day. No, I'm just kidding. If you know the song. But I could eat Chick-fil-A just about every day. In fact, Mrs. Chip kind of does. We're getting ever so closer to having this one in the bag. I'm really liking how solid this base is on this one. I say that and then just now it fell apart. That's great. Make a liar out of me. Okay. Well, guys and gals, today we got this part. We got the 2 legs on here. We got little decorations in here. And then we've got the beginnings of the next platform. And that should just go right on top of here. But of course, because I want to show you, there it goes. So there you go. That's when it's going to start looking like. We will be starting with bag 55 next, which will be Sunday. Tomorrow's a video, so please watch it. Well, guys, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. We went a little over on purpose. You guys be good to each other and stay safe out there and hit the like button. And I'll catch you guys on the next live stream.